So I'm here at the scene of a terrible accident. People think it's an innocent crime. It's not. Plasti dip is a crime. That's just
It's sad.
horrible and sad. I'm so sorry. Hey everyone, so we are actually in the Lowe's parking lot right now, and we are shopping for the next part of this. We don't have any recirculation method for our blow-off valve yet, so we've got an idea. And this is what I came up with. This is $20 worth of high-class parts. Basically, you're gonna do this. The MAF is gonna go right here, facing forward now, which is, I mean, it's a big step up. Put a cone filter on there, and then this is actually gonna go. There's our thing. So I've got two ways to do this. One is I just run this straight as far as possible. I've got 245s. Next is I try and 45 it right here, and then just take it right down and try and 45 it again right here and put it right towards that. The one thing I couldn't find, and I'm gonna have to work on this, and I might just try and tape it up for now, because we just have to get the air running through it. So the one thing I couldn't find is a 1-inch to 1-inch rubber adapter. Everything in the plumbing section is for like minimum 1 1/4 inch, which is just too big. So I'm gonna go back and try a couple different sections. Also, I'm gonna see how friendly they are, and if they have a hacksaw I can borrow. I'm gonna try and do this in the parking lot because it drives like garbage right now. But anyways, I mean, it still makes supercharger noises, so mission still accomplished. But it won't idle because there's so much air at idle that's not getting run through. It's running just, I mean, ridiculously rich, like really rich. It just smells, I mean, amazing, but horrible. So I'm gonna go back in, check a couple more things, and see if I can borrow a hacksaw.
Still takes a little bit of work.
Yeah, still.
I've got a.
All right, so we're back. We got it all cut. This is what we came up with. Quality engineering right there. Clears everything just perfectly. Right down there and slips on. That's the wrong size connector. You can see I had to neck it up. They didn't have the right size connector. They had 1 1/4 to 1 1/4, not 1-inch to 1-inch. I'm sure the auto parts store will have something I can use. It's kind of like snowing and sleeting and hailing and raining, a lot of rain too. So I'm gonna call it for working in the Lowe's parking lot. I'm gonna go try and move into a garage. If this works, if this is good enough, I'll probably try and drive it to AutoZone and pick up the right parts and then get this in the garage and glue it all together, because none of it's glued together. So I'll probably have a video of me stuck on the side of the road because I blew up my PVC contraption because I didn't glue it together, but we'll see. So see you soon.
God damn it.
So I made it home. It's not in the garage, it's over there on the street. I blew off the charge pipe a couple times, so it took a while, but not the PVC. Joe's here again, picking up.
I'm just stealing your shit.
He's stealing my shit. Taking the engine hoist, because that 2JZ, how's that 2JZ doing?
The fucking starter blew up because the ignition switch stuck, and I have to take the engine and the transmission out as an entire assembly and like tilt it out a little bit to get to the bolts, because there's like that much clearance for one, and I don't think I can't even see the other bolt.
Toyota engineering right there. That's
what happens when you swap shit.
Yeah, he's not happy. He's not happy. I'm laughing. But you know, 2JZ Supra. Yeah. Yeah.
Starter and fucking would have made it home too.
I would have made it home too if it wasn't for those pesky kids.
Terminal melted.
Oh, battery terminals melted too.
So,
Okay,
so the negative battery terminal melted, and then everything shut off.
I'm not surprised it shut off. You probably need the battery.
No, don't worry. I have like 2 more batteries in my garage.
That's
Thanks, Toyota,
that's not
for
how
letting
that
me steal your bad batteries.
works. Okay, all right. So I went inside for 5 minutes and came back out, and the car, all the cars are absolutely just covered in snow. I mean, like a serious amount of snow to happen in 5 minutes. So bagged everything up real quick, brought it inside. It's real wet, and that charge pipe just doesn't stay connected. Probably because we're using electrical tape to try and hold it together. Not smart. Before the charge pipe blew, on the drive home, it was idling fantastic. Actually, so I think that this little recirculation, it needs to be cleaned up. It needs to find the right parts, but I think this is like a real good start on where we need to go. Where is it? Here it is. The air filter, I don't think is gonna fit as is. Maybe. I mean, there's enough play in there that we might be able to make that work. And then the air filter, wherever it is. Oh, it's even bigger, so there's a good chance that it won't. But, you know, we'll try and make it work. Whatever. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. We'll have to put it on there, I think, before we glue it all together, because there's a chance that it's not going to sit right. 3-inch. So the good news about this is if you don't push it in all the way, you leave a little bit of gap at the end. 3-inch PVC has wiggle room. It's just big enough and soft enough that you can wiggle it around. I wish they'd had smaller pieces of Schedule 40 3-inch just PVC, because we're using the black stuff, which is not as strong, although it has so far appeared to bond very well to the JB Weld. So pro tip right there. But yeah, we'll probably wait till Henry gets home, JB Weld a bunch of this stuff up, or not JB Weld, sorry, I bought PVC cement, so we're going to do it right this time. PVC cemented up, run the AutoZone, get that thing figured out, and maybe have this working kind of well. Also depends, Henry's going to try and bring home a right-size coupler from work. I don't think that's something we can get at AutoZone. It's not something we have here. I looked at Lowe's. I probably could have. If I knew what I was looking for better, I don't actually know the exact size of each end. I know one size is 3-inch, but it's not 3-inch PVC. It's 3-inch, thin wall. So maybe could have found something at Lowe's. I kind of doubt it. They didn't have anything. That's why I couldn't even find the right size for the other end. But yeah. So we'll be back out here in a little bit. Hopefully Henry will be back by then. And we'll get to it. Is it snowing? Look at all that snow. Okay, so we're back in the garage. We ran to the parts store. I'll find those later. And we actually found a 3-inch to 4-inch adapter. Like the rubber intake adapter at O'Reilly's. For whatever reason, they had, one of their branded ones. So we're going to pull this off, pull the electrical tape off that we've been using to try and make the right size, and put it on, and hopefully that fixes our air leak. I also got a chunk of radiator tubing, radiator hose, that appears to be the right thing. I mean, like, close enough, right? Hopefully it fits, and then I can replace all of that junk and mess with one piece that's the right size. So, gonna do that. If that all fits, Henry's about to get home from work. I think we're gonna just check it real quick and then probably glue a bunch of stuff together. I'm gonna talk to him. I think how I want to fix that. Can't get a lot of good light in here, but is get some thicker metal. Cut a hole that fits the OD of this. Put it in there and then JB weld it. That way, it's at least got a little bit of more, structural stability. We can probably get some JB weld on the inside there too. The right way to do that is probably find the right size of metal tubing. I don't know if we can easily and cheaply. I'm sure Metal Distributors has some, so if they do, we'll just see if we can get 3 inches of that. But normally they charge minimum you have to buy like 5 feet, and you don't need that much. But so we will see. I'm gonna start pulling those off, and then hopefully what we got's the right size. Hey everyone, so Renee showed up. Henry's inside, and currently we are paying for our mistake of there's no light. Trying to wrap electrical tape around one of the charge pipes so that it fits the right size of coupler that we had instead of going out and buying the right one. And it's taking a lot longer than expected.
It's all melted together. Oh yeah.
It's probably a mistake to use electrical tape, but glad we didn't use duct tape at this point. So
okay, so we figured out our little electrical tape mess that we had going on, and we now have this little neck down piece, and that's going to take our coupler from 4 inches down to about 3.5, so it won't be loose anymore, shouldn't pop off now. And yeah, we're just going to throw this on there and tighten it down and make sure that works.
So, quick trick we're going to do before we actually put this coupler on with this doodad here is that we're going to put some hairspray on it. And what this does is it'll make it really easy to put on, but then once it dries, it acts like glue. And so, like, it just makes it stick onto the intake piping really well, which is what we want because we don't want it to blow off. So, I'm going to throw that on there, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Give it a little bit of hairspray. Actually, really quick, I need to find the hose clamp. There we go. I looked really hard for that.
You're welcome.
Yep, thank you. Throw that on there. And then throw this on here, just right at the edge there. And then we'll tighten this down and just let it sit for a while. This one is bead rolled, so we're not going to actually worry about that because it doesn't really pop off bad. This one's just got a weird double adapter thing. That's just already a thing that's going to be prone for failure, so we're just trying to minimize that. Shove that in like so. And there we go. Okay, so now that's there.
Woohoo! A coupler that might actually hold our boost.
So now that we have this facing forwards like this, we can actually run an air filter. Because here at Spare Parts Racing, doing it the right way and having a filter on your engine and being safe is what we're all about. So what we have here, this is AJ's new Lowe's-inspired concoction. And so what we have is our blow-off valve that used to just vent to atmosphere. We now have it recirculates. It will recirculate into the intake piping so that the MAF doesn't read that we're like sucking in a bunch of air. The engine's taking a bunch of air that it's actually not. And so that'll keep us from running really rich during normal driving. And then, yeah. So basically, we just need to glue this all together. AJ had to take off, so it's just me and Renee. And we're gonna glue this together, and then we should be good for the night. That's what we're gonna just call it quits.
All right, we got some primer and we got some pipe cement, and we're gonna get that guy all sealed up and ready to go. Ooh, it's a little fuzzball. It's so cute. It is dripping everywhere. That's okay.
We're just going to take this all apart real quick and just get everything primed, and then we're gonna put a glue on everything, and yeah, then we'll put it all together. Okay, so we got the primer on everything, and it sat for a couple minutes. So we're just going to put glue it all together and assemble it, and hopefully try and get it so it will hold itself in the right spot. We got everything glued together, and I just have it propped up a little bit so we can let it dry. We will get back to this tomorrow.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to keep up with what we're going to do next. Upcoming projects are...
Why are you asking me?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We have no clue. We don't plan that far ahead. Anyways, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.
And check out our Instagram at Spare Parts Racing. Keep sending us messages. We love hearing from you guys so we can make more content for you guys. And keep tuned with what we do next.